Hello everyone. I welcome you all again to my YouTube channel. In this session, I'm going to discuss about the Advocate General of State. Article 165 of our Indian Constitution deals with Advocate General of State, who is the highest law officer in the state. In this sense, he corresponds with the Attorney General of India. Moving on to the appointment and term of Advocate General. Advocate General is appointed by the governor on the advice tendered by the State Council of Ministers. So, a person who is qualified to be appointed as a judge of a high court is also qualified to be appointed as an Advocate General of a state. So, in order to become an Advocate General of a state, he should possess certain qualifications like he should be a citizen of India. He should held judicial office for 10 years. Judicial office, which means an office within the judicial services of the state for 10 years. Or advocate of a high court for 10 years. So these are the qualifications. So there is no mention of eminent jurist. So eminent jurist, which serves as a qualification of a Supreme Court judge, which is not mentioned for High Court in our constitution. So he should be an eminent jurist in the view of the president, which is not mentioned for the judges of High Court. So the term of office and the salary of the Advocate General is not fixed by the constitution, which will be determined by the governor from time to time. He hold office during the pleasure of governor because he is appointed by the governor, so the governor has the power to remove him whenever he wants. And he shall resign if State Council of Ministers resign, because he was appointed by the governor. Although he was appointed by the governor, he was appointed by the advice tendered by the State Council of Ministers, because of which if the State Council of Ministers resign, he should also resign. And moving on to the duties and functions of Advocate General. He has a duty to advise the government of state when a matter relating to law referred to him by the governor, then he has a duty to advise the government of the state. The next, he has to perform such other duties of legal character which is referred to him by the governor. And he has to discharge his functions conferred to him by the constitution and other provisions or law. And the other provisions relating to Advocate General and the right of Advocate General are under Article 177, which talks about the right of Advocate General as respect the House of State Legislature and its committee. In this sense, he has a right to take part in the proceedings of the state legislature and its committees. And he is treated as a member of that committee or state legislature without a voting right, which is the only difference between the members of the committee and the state legislature and the Advocate General of the state. Article 194 talks about the power, privileges, and immunities of the Advocate General. So, in which the power, privileges, and immunities is similar to that of the member of the state legislature, which is a very much important thing. It is mentioned under Article 194. And he has a right and he is entitled to appear in any court within the state. So that's it about the Advocate General, and these are the 3 articles which is related to Advocate General in our Indian Constitution. Thank you for watching my video. Please like the video, share the video and comment, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.